What's up, Mr. KillerKilp? We're with
Baconator!
And we're in the final episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Should be.
Yep.
Like 90% sure. If it's not, I'm gonna cry.
Because we're not doing the bonus
Nope.
case, and
December 28th,
that would be
9:51 a.m. District Court Defense Lobby number dos.
Number dos. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last.
What?
Yeah. What's the big idea?
So, sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my running with the stun gun yet. That's not how science works. Anyhow, today's the last day on the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya.
Dude.
Actress is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
We'll touch some electric fences and stuff. Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Ooh,
yeah, pal!
Oh. What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe!
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth.
I love Gumshoe.
Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He doesn't remember, and he does remember. I'm going to prove it. December 27th or 28th, 10 a.m. District Court, number 3.
Number 3 is...
Number 3 is... Numero 3, so...
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Edgeworth!
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Not going to say anything.
What?!
Ooh. The prosecution is ready.
He actually said
right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood.
He's actually talking this time. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In Yur's trial, the defense arrested that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
I forgot his...
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the accident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness! Why did you run away yesterday? Objection. The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony.
This is testimony. I left court.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I, went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things right, and I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as it is.
I gotta see if there's anything that seems fishy.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
Yes, you know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it.
Yeah, but we don't have to.
Okay.
Cross-examination!
Let's just press everything, be all late, like... Okay, no. Okay, there's no reason to press that. Listen. Okay, no reason to press that.
He said,
No. No reason to press that.
But he said,
No, just... I figured out I got nothing. What do you mean you got nothing? Well, you definitely have something to do with it.
You were at least a witness.
Yeah, so definitely press that. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
It's you.
Yup. Seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with the incident? Or maybe you're just lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are.
Objection. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. You took it.
Yeah. How am I supposed to prove what he's gonna on old Carter's head?
That's why you always make copies.
That's impossible.
Humph. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
I need someone. You definitely have a motive. Press that. Get out of here.
How can you say you have...
Oh, how can you say you have no motive? I say you do. You have a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Objection. Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Oh.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Where'd my pointer go?
Oh, come on, step on your game. Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness' memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does that really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. This witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who the witness is?
Of course, Your Honor. It's Yanni Yogi.
Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know something. I would like to know myself. So who is he?
Don't play dumb with Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name.
Yanni Yogi.
He's Robert Hammond.
He's the dead guy. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. It's because you were the judge. Guaranteed it. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident.
Oh, we brought it up. Oh, no. I thought the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Objection. Just blay blay blay.
Bleh.
Blay 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 again. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose
Fingerprints?
to prove to the court?
The simplest thing ever?
This is the court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove that he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Yeah, it really is. Your Honor, please take
There
this
you
man's
go.
fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see, that makes sense. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Uh-oh, is he not Yanni Yogi?
Oh, that would be so bad.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why?
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What?
No fingerprints?
No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant.
Did you burn your fingers off just to do this?
Dude, I bet.
I burned my fingers working with this stuff. Yup. What?
Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. It's actually kind of smart, I guess.
How would you remember that?
Oh, true.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Bleh, bleh, bleh. Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Blay, blay, blay. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine the parrot for a little comic relief, hmm?
Yeah, very fun. Let's do it. You're a sore winner with Fawn Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine the parrot.
No.
Let's do it.
No, you're not going to.
Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up! Oh, his proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Oh, baby.
Should not hold up in court.
Yeah, it will.
Order, order! Would not.
Yep.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need to even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Objection!
I object to your objection.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma.
You can't do that.
I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Can I please cross-examine the thing that the witness has just finished saying? Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Will, still want to go through with a little game?
Let's do it!
No.
Let's do it.
That's how we lose.
No. Let the parrot take the stand.
It's enough magic words.
I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person testimony except every piece of evidence except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so.
It's kind of sad. Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
Yes, the parrot.
Seriously. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Ahem. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Witness in the money!
Yes! I love this.
Hello, slack!
Let's cross-examine.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you gonna do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya?
Cross-examination. Who's your owner?
I wonder. Present! Hold it!
Gosh.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you tell.
Doctor. Right, what do I say?
Freaking.
Have we forgotten something?
Yeah, they talks about the DL6 incident. Remember 2 days ago?
Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6, squawk!
If I get out, then we'll prove something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, squawk!
No!
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot, something we forgot. Hello, squawk! Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Blay, blay, blay. Something the matter, Mr. Wright. He killed a bird.
Wait.
Replace it.
Don't tell me Von Karma expected this.
Nuh-uh!
He couldn't have restrained. He couldn't retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her to not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten something? Wait.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. You show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
I guess press it again. Hold it.
Now what?
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. What is that? What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Polly, what's your name? Polly, squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with their owner's identity?
Of course.
Of course. Yes, it does. Of course it does. Yeah. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove our owner's identity. Then show us this proof.
Let's present the...
Nick, don't you think you've taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to get an answer of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. And that's all he has to do, tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof of the parrot's name reveals the caretaker identity is the D6 file thing. I'm guessing. That's the autopsy. It's Robert's autopsy! No, it's Miss May's testimony! He moved to the right! Use it!
Oh, I just want to see if there's anything with Polly in here.
Maybe it's... I don't know what else it could be, though. It says...
Polly Jenkins!
Polly Jenkins!
After his arrest, Polly Jenkins commits suicide.
Heck yeah, prisoned.
The DL6 case file? Objection. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then?
It's 3 pages.
Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to the Polly's parent?
Wait, what in the file is the information connected?
Suspect.
Well, suspect data, yeah.
Suspect data? Yeah.
It's on the suspect data page. The page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins! Polly!
Exactly, Your Honor. He remembered the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible. Objection. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
Yes. She's
only 7 years old.
Oh.
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. I doubt that his granddaughter has a dog named Phoenix.
Yeah.
We would need some other corroborating evidence. Shut up.
What are we supposed? Where are we going? Where am I going to find this?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence.
Let's press it again.
Very well, witness. You may continue.
Press again. Hold it. Okay, we already know this. This last one. What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the safe number.
Oh, the safe? Why?
Let's just try to get it to her to say anything, okay?
1128, 1128. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that the number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to the safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Probably
the DL6 case file.
Check it.
Yeah, just in case.
Wait. 1228. It was 1228.
Oh yeah, 1228. The freaking the date.
It's gonna be on the case summary page because they're gonna ask that.
Yeah.
The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to the safe number?
The case summary.
It's on the case summary page. The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident, December 28th. Well, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 112 or
1228.
I'm sorry, I can't read.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. How would you know that, sir?
You?
Objection. Bah. This is not tangible truth. I set my ATM's card number to 0001. Yes, now we know his ATM
Yeah, now I
card
can get
number.
all his money.
Because I'm number 1.
He probably doesn't do that, no.
This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Are you kidding?
No, really?
Kidding?
You're in denial.
That's enough. I think we've reached conclusion here. This is a matter of coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What do you say? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately! Mr. Slum. Witness, tell us your name. Objection. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
I don't remember his voice now. Oh my gosh, what?
Oh.
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
It's Phoenix.
Oh, acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name before the court.
My name is Johnny Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Blah, blah, blah.
Order, order! Yanni Yogi, so was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Mr. Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it.
And I do it again!
They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Hashtag no regrets. Wait a moment! Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Miles Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Case closed, let's go home, everybody. Yay! Von Karma! Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent.
Oh, you lost, Karma.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand?
Yes. Here we go.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
No!
Not guilty!
We won!
That is all. The court is adjourned.
So now I think we just got like a final cutscene or something. Objection! Oh, that's you. It sounded
Did
like
someone just say objection?
it wasn't Von Karma. It sounded like Edgeworth. I'm pretty sure it was Edgeworth.
Oh, yeah, it was Edgeworth.
Edgeworth's gonna confess! Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth!
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh.
dun, dun, dun. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we've heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad.
Objection! Oh, what do? Raise an objection!
This isn't.
Objection!
The
judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
We're not doing this court case right now.
No, this isn't the bonus.
Objection. No, I mean like this. You can't just go ahead and do two different trials at one time. Like no. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
Oh, Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right! We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
No, Edgeworth, don't do this to yourself.
For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yenny Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitation of which ends today. The culprit is me. Alright, that's not what we're going for. Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah. It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. At that point, it's kind of like, I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess.
Oh my gosh.
During this time, I would consider the appropriate course of action to take.
We're not done.
Court is adjourned. My gosh.
I think he testifies now, and then we finish.
Okay. December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defense Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth. I just don't believe it, pal. I mean, you. Kill your dad? I don't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. Technically, it's manslaughter. But it's crazy. Just crazy. Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
We got this. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth. But I don't believe you're a nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belt. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove your innocence. Trust me.
Right. December 28th, 2:30 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Then I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. The statute of limitation of the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please, please. Witness testimony. That day I had gone to a courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
Okay.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in an elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, let's see.
Cross-examination!
Yep. Okay, that's fine. Obviously.
No.
No, that's everything. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Single gunshot screen. Wait, look at the DL6 report. Wait, pages. Okay, so the elevator. Okay, next page. Fired twice. Isn't that? Isn't that say it's on the victim data? Because of course they're gonna ask it.
Yes, I'm sure I only heard one gunshot.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious till the rescuers came. I see!
But that doesn't make sense. Look at the file one more time. It plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
Objection. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. What page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony?
Victim data. Look at this victim. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it's quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice.
Blah, blah, blah.
Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet, the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental shot when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Objection. Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. Blah, blah, blah. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with the incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of these shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired something to do with this case? Yeah, we do.
Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof.
What? That's impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to the incident?
Well, the deals, the photo with the deal, yeah, that. Yeah, because there's one there, and then there's one.
1, 2, 3, 7.
Yeah.
Is that?
Take that. Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph!
This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice. The photo proves it.
Okay, so let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Are you dumb?
Your Honor, please get a clue.
Show the judge the contradiction you found out.
Well, the bullet hole.
One there,
Yeah.
one there. So show that one.
Yep. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see a bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's another bullet hole in the elevator door. We all know that the murder was fired twice. Thus, someone else than Edgeworth fired the second shot. That'd be Yogi. It was Yogi.
Order, order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went through Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. We know it's not suicide.
Well, Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
Objection. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary? That's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
Okay.
If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist.
There's a hole in
The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Oh yeah, it was something else, not a bullet though. Really?
Yeah.
Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Blah, blah, blah. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
God, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong?
No.
Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising the objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick! If the second bullet wasn't
there, then all my conjectures are all nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot, but now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Mr. Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did.
I don't see any way to object to this. There's no way to object. So.
He's confessing. Very well. The statute of limitation on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict of the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's like my first day on court. There's so many things I know I shouldn't be saying. My mind's gone blank. Can't find the words.
Mr. Wright.
Oh, wait. Object. Well, if he can't find the words, we might know something, but if he can't, then let's see. What can he object?
Are we really not going to object then?
Well, do you want to lose an explanation mark? Because last time we did this, he just did it. Because if he says he has no idea, then that's kind of what happens. So I say no objections, because then he's going to be like, I have an objection. Every lead I thought I had has been squashed. This is really at the end. Edgeworth, I'm sorry. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Close my mind. I guarantee. What was it that I've been doing all this time? What was my whole life leading up to today? But now, why am I here? I know I failed. Mia, I'm so sorry.
Not yet.
Maya's back! Or Mia's back, or whatever.
We're medium.
Mia.
What? Object. Your only weapon. Are you okay, Nick?
What's happening to me? I have to think. Wait, don't think. Act! Objection, Your Honor! I object. To what?
Blay, blay, blay. Blay, blay, blay. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Nick.
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Must exist. The second bullet.
But what? What did you say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist? But where?
Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us
Mr.
any
Vaughn!
answers,
I
right?
bet Vaughn, what's his face, took it. Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet. It exists.
What? But we've just heard proof that it does not.
I realize that Your Honor.
Their surriness.
I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
Objection. The murderer? Then tell us who's the murderer.
Oh, I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet. Why would he? First of all, who would he have found it? How would he have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet?
Well, the murderer didn't need to find it.
He didn't?
No. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I hadn't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah, the murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't have to admit it's true, but it is.
Burke.
Had to take it.
Had to take it? Oh, apparently he had to take it.
Don't you?
You're
Thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what to say. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking it, but the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer?
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery. Oh, it bounced off the glass. You know?
Ricochet.
Yep. Wait a second. I was just taking off the hat of my.
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot, and he left with the second bullet still inside, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes.
What?
Von Karma? That's my only guess. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. What? The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens up the elevator door and sees inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. Objection. What will you say?
Check his shoulder.
Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. That's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Hmm?
I just thought of something. Really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
No.
Gregory Ainsworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
It was Von
It
Karma.
was. Wow! It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. That's why he left for so long, too. He had to get it. It had to heal up.
Yeah.
He got it taken out.
Yeah.
He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for that man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in many years. What if our Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock? But
took it because he was injured.
which would mean
It could only mean one thing.
he was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma.
Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? I mean, say it now, yeah.
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor. There is a suspect and a lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
The what?
Von Karma!
Von Karma. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor sitting right there? Bah! You don't object? I see no need why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection.
Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a... dang it. Blah. So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife? At Mr. Wright?
Or he didn't.
Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use.
Edgeworth?
I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery.
Yeah.
That would leave a doctor and as a witness.
Which
He
means
did
he
it
still
himself.
he still has the bullet inside of him.
Yes.
Nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself?
Metal detector.
That's insane.
Metal
Are
detector.
we gonna use the metal detector
No.
on Von Karma?
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where?
Blah. Will Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Show evidence.
Yes! We're detectors!
Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how much you like that. The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot was metal detector! Metal detector! Metal detector! Gosh! Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence like the
trail.
So then I asked, where is the bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean!
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Oh.
Is that even possible? For all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find.
Objection.
Oh, the first.
Oh!
The first round.
I refuse. You refuse, but refusing that means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you.
Blah 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 blah.
Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Objection. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
Objection! The statute of limitations runs
Yes!
out on the case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Someone's sweating bullets like that, then obviously.
Yeah!
It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma?
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet through my shoulder. However, it was nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
Blah, 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 blah. Let's just...
But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? Blay, blah, blay. I have no obligation to prove anything.
Remember what Maya snatched up? It is you who must prove something here, Mr. Wright.
Not I. Mr. Wright! Well, can you prove it?
Yeah, we can.
Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was DL6? Oh, the bullet.
The bullet that she snatched up.
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
That's because you took it out of the records room.
Blah, blah, blah. With no proof, you cannot convict me of a crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No.
I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. You see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would have dug your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link the bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. No, the bullet in the bag. Yeah, this is gonna be the same bullet. Take that!
That's a bullet! Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings.
You may recall the term.
Yeah, I know.
It came up in the first trial.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you, big dog. I got you. There we go.
There you go. We know what ballistic markings are. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other one, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those of this, and solve this case once and for all. Mr. Von Karma?
Seriously. That scream. I've heard that scream before.
When he was shot.
Wait,
yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Whenever he said a shot in
I can't breathe. Quiet in my seat. Quiet. Stop breathing my air. I'll kill you. Wargura.
So that was the bullet went through the window and then shot into him.
That's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed! Blay, blay, blay. Mr. Von Karma! Whoa! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me. So it was you.
Oh! Okay, well, I just thought something, but yeah.
You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
15 years earlier. Mr. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you made an error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to penalize. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. I don't really care. I just want his arms done. It's a shock like none I've ever known. Me, penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out in the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button and nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain. Then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. But to my surprise, pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was I. In his last moments, Gregory was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who shot him. Later he spoke to a medium. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Oh. Tisk tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds defendant Mr. Miles not guilty. Yay!
That is all.
That is all. The court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court. Defense lobby number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He pretended to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick, crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time, myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, right.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that. Ugh. So sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
Dear.
Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You said take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. Oof, I see. Whoop.
Whoop.
I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this...
Hey, y'all!
Load up.
Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Or thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in a cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of trial, weren't you? Yeah, we'll all bygones be bygones.
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Loda?
Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer real quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
It's over, Nick. My life is over. But why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not gone for this little. You don't look sick. It's Kianse. She's gonna live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Larry. Yo, Ed, there you are.
Yeah, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? Oh.
Celebration, that's unusual of you. Thank you, Siri. Hurry, bud. You're a long way tonight. My treat, pal.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward for it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says that that's police talk from prison, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, what's up?
This envelope's that Larry gave me. It got money in it.
Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrations sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Oh! Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either.
$38 exactly.
$38.
Nick! Wasn't that the exact amount that was stolen?
Yeah. $38? No. No! Larry, it was you!
What
Oh my
so
God.
surprised about, right?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took that day off, but he was bored. He came into school anyway. Which he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history, though. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected.
Couldn't picture Larry protecting you did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right. You must not know this. But we used to have saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
And it was true. I know.
Really right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this is sure an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth.
You should have told me.
Oh, you should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations run out?
Lol.
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it. Grr. Where does this leave me? I became a defense attorney because of you and what you did.
Well, I'd call you a goody two-shoes to the extreme.
Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I know I had to become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I'd known the truth, I may have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch right?
Lol.
Hey, y'all, line up, take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner on me.
I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5? Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, too. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to you, your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye. What time is this? Got the first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick? Maya. So, you're leaving? Yeah, it's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Hold it! Oh. Wait. What? What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? Oh, the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes. Only her voice, but still. It was at the very end of when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and my sister Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence and cheer it up. Blob, blob, blob. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence permitting to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This is the bullet that put an end to the Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick, thank you, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. Oh, I don't know about that. So, bye. Bye. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink the claim.
Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this. Objection! Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy birthday. That's a present. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That's Missy. That's Missy's a nice lady, but oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I'm sure he's grateful.
Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit to. Oh, you should know I've taken up managing of the Hotel Gatewater. Should you be in the area, please stop by.
Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Oh, yes. Me as understudy. I wonder how she's doing. Haven't seen her a lot. Oh, the days of my youth. Like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see.
Phoenix Wright? He an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know? Oh, Diva said, yeah, so Diva, I was such a star, I can't remember. You won't even believe it.
I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye until it snows. Oh, I wouldn't have ruined any kids' dreams, you know.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day.
It sounded like she caught a cold standing under her bed. I wanted princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. Want to make a place of living at one anyways.
Why? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk, Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was like a shock to the boy of my teenage age.
Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous.